Thank you, Campbell. In our deliberations on provisions of this bill, we must remain steadfast in our commitment to safeguarding Ireland's energy security, a non-negotiable asset that cannot be jeopardised due to political hesitation or short-term thinking. Ensuring the future energy needs of our nation is a collective duty that begins with unwavering support for vital initiatives like the Shannon LNG terminal and the Barry Rowe field. These endeavours hold the potential to strengthen our energy resilience and shield the essential interests of our citizens, interests that should never be sacrificed in the pursuit of political convenience. The fate of the Shannon LNG storage facility was sealed on April 28, 2020, a date etched in the infamy. On this day, both Leo Varadkar and Micheál Martin, in their pursuit of power, signed a letter, addressed it to the Green Party, unambiguously pledging their opposition to Shannon LNG storage facility in its entirety. This political manoeuvre was the price of coalition, an attempt to grasp the trappings of power together. What was once a pre-government commitment soon became an integral part of the official government programme. However, it cannot be denied for what it truly is, a deliberate act of national self-sabotage orchestrated by the leadership of Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. And we have spent our rural independent group, who approach politics in a very, I think, in a very commonsensical manner down through the years, have pleaded with you for a floating LNG terminal in Cork, and you've continuously refused a clean, massively clean fueled option. We spoke about the Barry Rowe licence, and Minister Ryan sat in his office until he made it a non-viable option. But we continue to support the fuel coming in via Moffat in Scotland. There's no problem at all in the wide earthly world. Pat him on the back, bring as much as you can, as it looks like as if we're not contributing to the very fact that you make massive profits out of fuel, you bring it in from another country, and you cannot produce it yourselves. The British are today after granting another licence for more exploration. So they're gone ahead. Basically, the rest of the world is moving ahead, and the Green Party have stifled this country with Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael to importing everything. I was across the road a while ago and I met the solid fuel merchants. Do you know, Minister, do you know, some of you should be in Duffy Circus land, because it is a circus. They have been prevented to sell the coal, sell the briquettes, sell the turf. But it's flying in from the north, down into the south and all parts of it. And you don't care. You don't give a damn. They're trying to abide by the law and by the rules that you set, the solid fuel merchants, but you've closed your eyes to the fact that it's a bag of coal is €6 cheaper when it's smuggled into the north, and it's smuggled all over the country, and there's no worry at all in the world. But sure, that's like the fuel. As long as it isn't, as long as we're not making it, as long as we're not producing it, it's fine altogether. Let it come away in the quiet. Sure, we're not stupid, and the people of Ireland are certainly not stupid, and they're furious. And them coal merchants who are running by the law are going to end up being ruined. Imagine the fuel, the cost of fuel today is $188 to $190 a litre in some places. For ordinary mothers and fathers and for people that are trying their best to survive in this country is becoming unbearable for quite a lot of them. They can't survive, and they're finding it extremely difficult. And that's because this government, with their carbon tax and their Nora tax, and there's this tax, and there's everybody's tax down on the top of the person's back, not alone at that, but they have their own income tax that they must pay every week, the working people out there that are working their butt off. But you're quite happy to take as much as you can, grab as much tax as you can out of the fuel in this country, and you can't deny it, Minister. Put your two hands up in the air and accept it. I was talking to somebody today in the motor industry, and they were telling me, I'd say about maybe 250 kilometres, they had to do a fast charge because they have a fast charge car. I was interested because, like, you know, if it's an economical way and a cleaner way to go, we'll all go. But I mean, it's hugely expensive. But for someone like myself that's travelling 360, 70, 80 kilometres a year, I can't pull in for fast charge for 20 minutes twice on the way up from West Cork. So, like, things aren't advancing as much as he love to think it is, and the cost of energy and the cost of electricity is out of control. People can't pay their bills, so you haven't stood by the people. You continuously stifle any bit of progress in this country that can at least level us up to be equal to what's going on around the world. And the proof of that is Shannon LNG and the Barry Rowe field. And the rest of the country is boring and going ahead the same as ever, non-stop. and we're just left behind thanks to your carry on.
Now we go to government.